Here's the secret: you've already reached a bunch of your goals, you just don't realize it. You can call it the friends, as friends of mine, and when I talk with them, we call it the mountain peak effect. You can call it the being overly ambitious effect. You call it whatever you want. The thing is that if you think back, there's probably goals that you had 5, 10 years ago, maybe even more recently than that. Do you remember what they are? You probably forgot them because you already reached them and they got checked off your list. What happens is that we start to get close to a goal, and oftentimes, particularly for ambitious folks like you and I, we'll get 95%, 99% to the goal. We'll almost be at the goal, and then the brain starts going, hey, I'm making my first million. What if it was 2 million? Hey, I'm about to sell my company. I wonder if I can do it again. If I do it again, it must mean it's real. As I've heard a lot of people say, I'm a business coach. I've heard people say all kinds of stuff. Maybe you've said it yourself. Whatever you're getting to, you're about to get to, it's not enough. It's not because you don't think you're enough. You might, but it's probably not the case. It's more that we're addicted and excited in a good way and going after this goal. We're almost done with the journey. We appreciate the journey even more. Not while we're in the mud. When we're almost out of the mud, we get an appreciation for it. It's like seeing a sunset and you realizing how nice the sun actually was. So you want to do it again. There's nothing wrong with that. But then sometimes we skip that step and we go right on the next journey. We don't even return home for a moment. We don't celebrate that we got the goal in the first place. There are a handful of things, more than a handful of things, that I take for granted right now as I'm talking to you, that I would give almost anything for when I was younger, when I had these goals. Now, it's just another Monday. In that sense, though, we're robbing ourselves not only of the appreciation, the gratitude, however, highfalutin you want to get with it. But we're not just robbing ourselves of that. We're actually robbing ourselves of the ego, of the currency, of us recognizing that we actually are achieving their goals. We did that. But we can be so fast to move on to the next mountaintop as soon as we get to that first one that we don't give ourselves the credit. So we beat ourselves up when we don't get to the next goal as fast as we would like or get there at all, when we have a whole cascade of mountaintops behind us that we conquered that we don't even acknowledge. That is not a way to live your life.